Look at those beautiful beasts. Oh, it's time to let everybody out. Ah, it's windy. Man, that storm hit last night. It was windy. Jeez. Whoa. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Todd Hollow Homestead. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so we're going to walk in here and go check on these babies and see if my doe has delivered yet. I haven't been able to catch her on the camera all night, so I don't know, either she's hiding or something. Let me open this door here. It's gonna be a glare, I'm sorry. Oh yeah. I see like a garage door opener. Click, click. You know, let it open up on its own. All right, babies. We have surprises in here for me. No. We don't have no babies. Hi, Miss Queenie. Missy. Come on. Maria. Where are my babies? My goodness, man, you guys are destroying this. Hey. Hi, baby girl. Yes, hi, baby girl. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Here, camera time. Autumn. Hello, Autumn. Oh, you're a pretty girl. Miss Maria, can I have these babies now? What are we waiting for? Do we have goop? Do we have baggage? What is happening? I know you're hungry. Yeah, I'm sure you are so uncomfortable. Just, can we have some babies? Please? Can we get some babies? I know they're in there. I know you're really, stop biting me. I'll get you fed in a second. Ow, your horns hurt there, darling. Yeah, thank you. Hey, can we have some babies here soon, please? I'm impatiently waiting. Yes, I'm impatiently waiting. Look at you, you pretty girl. My goodness, you're gorgeous. I love your eyebrows, Missy. Yes, I do. I love your eyebrows. Drama queen. Miss Autumn. All right, let me get these suckers fed. The boys are waiting for their food. The girls are waiting for their food. The dogs have been fed. The chickens are screaming at me. So let me get these guys, these critters taken care of, and then I'll be right back with you. Hang tight. Okay, I'm gonna let these birds out. Woo! Hello, chickens. We have eggs for me today. Okay. We got one there. I just use pine shavings in these lay boxes. Yeah, I know. I gotta get some clean up in here. The weather's been so crappy. Chickens! Look at them all coming in here like they're gonna get fed in here. Dogs. Okay, so I don't know what state y'all are watching from, but man, oh man. Man, the fly situation here is ridiculous. Get out of there. Come on, birds, move. Move. Y'all know the drill. The fly situation here right now, goodness, it is crazy. Oh, you guys dealing with a lot of freaking fly situation right now? Golly. Come on, move out of the way. Move out of the way. Jeez. It's like they're starving, like I never feed them. There you go. Split it up. Guineas. Rooster! Look at that. See this? Look at it. Whew, it's insane, the wind. With this much wind going on, flies are out of control. Oh my goodness. All right, I see you babies. Come on. Hi, boys. Morning, boys. Morning, Miss Willow. How's that baby coming? Yeah, I'm getting there. Another month. Alright, let's get these boys fed. Yep, hold on, stand by. Whew, that was a little bit of an ordeal. These guys are like starving to death. Like I never ever feed them. Check them out. Even the chickens are in there fighting for that food. That's her food. Victor, no. Come on, boys. Hi, Guinea. Look at that. Chickens are in there. Man, I put their hay out there tonight now. Put them out here. A couple flakes out there for them. I was throwing here on the ground, but I need to come over here and rake this all up. Spread the manure around. But I got green. Look at that. I got green grass coming. Just in time for some more rain hitting this weekend. My goodness. Willow, we'll just come over here and eat their food then. My goodness. Anyways. Hey, rooster. That's a zombie rooster. I don't care for zombies. Mr. Guinea, I think that's a mister. That's a pearl. That's a pearl guinea. Woo. Alright, I'm gonna go give the girls some hay. Well, like I was saying, I don't know what state you're watching from. Man, the flies here in the last couple of days have been ridiculous. Absolutely insane. The amount of flies that we've got going on, and I don't understand why. Just bam, they just popped up. Bam! But it's insane. Haven't hit the mosquitoes yet. That's good. But the flies right now, shoosh. I can't do dishes without them bouncing off my forehead. Can't use the latrine without them going over and bouncing off your forehead. Oh, I gotta keep a dish towel over my freaking coffee cup because it's so bad. And I don't understand what it is. I mean, yeah, I get it. I got a lot of farm animals. I understand that 1,000,000%. But all of a sudden, I've had these farm animals for a year. And all of a sudden now, it's like Fly City. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, woo! It is windy. They're saying we're supposed to be getting up to like 40, 45 miles per hour winds. Now, I know some of you, where you're from, that's not a lot. That's nothing. You know, I used to live in northern Arizona. And I tell you, when the wind blows up there in that area, the wind blows up there in that area. I mean, it is insane how much wind northern Arizona gets. There's a certain area, and those people who watch me, they know what I'm talking about. Boy, oh boy. It's like almost hurricane force winds. And I used to do air conditioning. I was a lead installer for a company, and we used to have to go outside and go set these condensers up outside. And whew, trying to set up a condenser when it's blowing 50, 60 miles an hour and you're working outside and you're getting pelted by sand and dirt, it sucks. It sucks. I mean, so this is really nothing compared to where I used to live, but nevertheless, it still sucks, no matter how you look at it. So I got to give these girls some hay, finish feedings, and then yeah, I'll be right back with you, and we're going to talk a little bit more about her. And maybe she's showing me signs that I'm not aware of that she's getting ready. So hang tight. Let me grab them some hay and fill up their bag for them, and I'll be right back with you. Alrighty, I got their hay filled up for them. So anyways, this girl right here, Maria. You know, she's bagged up, but it's not like ginormous like I've seen some dairy goats. It's not huge, huge, huge. It's not super hard. She's not goopy, but I can feel the babies. There's at least two. So I guess rule of thumb is that side is stomach, this side is babies. I can feel movement on both sides. So I don't know if maybe they're in between. I don't know. Her tail is soft. It's dislodged and soft. She keeps it up most of the time now, all the time. You know, but man, she is ginormous. I don't know. I kind of figured in the beginning, let me give them some water. Hold on, let me get that going. Okay, I got their water going. I just stretch a hose across here. Fills up that tub there. I don't actually have stock tanks in this area. I just felt it was too small. This was for my mare. These were for the goats. But then since they've been my pregnant ones, I've been keeping all 3 girls in here separate from the boys, just because the boys can be bullies. And so that's plenty of water for these guys. They don't drink a whole lot of water. But gosh, man, look, she looks miserable. I don't know. She just give me the babies already. I think there's 2. I don't know. Some people say, they look at her and go, oh man, she's got triplets in there. I don't think we've got triplets in there. I think there's just 2. Yeah, she's just got 2. I want to say she's got 2. And I am praying to the goat gods that I get two dolings out of her. 2 dolings. Oh, sorry for the view. I gotta shut off the water so I don't spook her. Oh. There we go. Ooh. Okay. There you go. Now she can drink. You know, so they get their fresh water. You know, they get their grains. I give them a blend of Blue Ribbon sweet feed, which has got some molasses in it. It's got crimped corn in it, and then I mix it also 50-50 mix, and I put alfalfa pellets in there for them too. Alfalfa's got some good vitamins and minerals for the goats. It actually helps with lactation, helps with production, moving babies. And then they got their bag here with their hay in it. They go through a flake of hay daily. Some days I'll come over here and I'll put an extra flake inside there for them if I see that they've eaten it through pretty fast. You are always at my feet, bub. Look at him. He's looking a lot better than he was. Skinnier. He's looking a lot better since I've gourmet started feeding him. So, I don't know. I suspected that she was bred around September 20th. Today is the 19th of February. I suspected that she was bred on September 20th-ish. Okay. The boys did that, and the girls are working on that side. Ridiculous. Maybe she was bred later. I don't know. Maybe it was more into October that she was actually bred and not the September where I thought. So maybe I still got some more time. But I know they went into rut in September. And all 3 of my girls and my 2 boys out there all ran together. I did not separate them. They've never been separate. This is the only time that my girls and my boys have been separate, is when she's getting close to kidding. Because I just wanted to be comfortable, less stress, no issues, no problems. You know, I didn't want them to be bugging her. I've separated them. Yesterday, I put the 3 girls in my garden to help kind of essentially de-weed it for me. So let me get you on the tripod here so I can stop holding the phone. Let me get my fancy little tripod out. Look, I got this little thing. It's a little tabletop tripod. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Let me put this in here. There we go. So, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, I put them in my garden yesterday. I put the 3 girls in there. And it's a small little garden. We'll walk over there in a second. But I put them in there to help me de-weed it from last year's garden attempt. And they did pretty good. I mean, they picked a lot of weeds and a lot of old growth out of the ground. And then I'll do it again. I got some errands to run today, so I don't want to leave them out there unattended. Just because it's not, with the wind we've got and with the fencing's okay. I mean, it's strong enough to keep a deer out, but I don't know if it's strong enough to hold the goats in. They know that I'm not here. So, my girls, I know that Nubians are gestational period is 150 days. But through some research I've done, if she is a mix, which she could be a mix of Nubian and Boer, if she's mixed with Boer, which is a meat goat, and Nubian, she's still considered as a dairy goat. So these babies, and I know my boy out there, Victor, I'm about 95% positive that he bred Maria. She's not bred yet. She is. I think No-No's got to her. Victor is a 100% dairy goat, and he is a mix between Nubian and La Mancha. La Mancha is the dairy goat that have no ears. They're born with no ears. They're little pointed elfy flaps. I just love the Nubian ears here. But Boer also have the long ears like these girls do. And they have a different look to them. So she could be mixed with Boer and Nubi, which still classifies her as a dairy goat. But I don't know if the gestational period, what that is on a mixed breed goat. Oh, she must not have liked that piece of hay. Spit that out. So I thought she was bred right around September 20th. Last Saturday. Today is, where's today? Thursday? Today's Thursday. Thursday the 19th. Last Saturday, so it was 5 days ago. Was day 150. So either my calculations are off and she was bred later, closer to October. And if that is the case, then we still have some incubation time for these babies. But I can stand here and I can see her sides wiggling and moving and kicking. These babies are active and they're ready to come out. Hank, please get off the gate. Get off the gate. You're pushing the gate in, Bubba. Come on, move over. You listen well. Move. Thank you. Get off the gate. Her appetite hasn't changed, so she hasn't stopped eating. In fact, if anything, she's even more hungry. She eats a lot more now than she did before. So her appetite changed, but it changed for the greater, not the lesser. So I'm not sure if that is part of the process, if that's all part of breeding, with goats. This is my first time doing it. I've never bred goats before. So I don't know if that's a standard with goats, that they get excessively hungry right before they start to kid. I was always told that their appetite lessens when they get ready to kid, that they avoid food, that they don't want anything in their system. So maybe they bulk up. Maybe they're like a bear. A bear's going to bulk up before winter, before it hibernates. Maybe she's bulking up, getting ready to have the babies. That way, when she does go into labor, she doesn't have to eat for 48 hours because she's caring for the babies. I don't know. This is my first time doing this, so this is all new to me. But these guys, look at that clown. Autumn. Is Maria not sharing? So she might only have one baby in there, which that's fine because she's a smaller goat, and that's okay. She's about the same size as No-No. No-No's a Nubian. He's a Nubian cross. She is a full newbie. And I thought she was a full Nubian too, but I got her from the auction and I found my paperwork from the auction and it said mixed goat. And I think it's because no one turned in papers, so they really didn't know what the case was. So it's possible she could be a full newbie. She could be mixed with something. I don't know. It's a mystery for me. And I won't know until she gives me these babies so I can determine what's going on. But you can see she's got her teats that are getting pretty big. Let me zoom in. Sorry, YouTube people. I know. See, she's getting there. I mean, her teeth are getting big. Her bag is getting big. She's a beautiful girl. I gotta get that tag out of her ear. I hate that. She won't let me though. When you buy a goat from auction house, they come with tags in their ears for the USDA inspections. It's just to prove where they went and what they are. So, but anyways, you can see that she is. Oh, get your ear out of the way there, Miss Queenie. She does have, her teeth have actually gotten a lot bigger, and her bag is actually a lot bigger. I don't know. Maybe my calculation's off. I don't know. You know, I look, I've got the camera sitting right there, and it points. The only thing is, I can't see beyond this wall. So if she's sitting right along the wall here, I can't see her. The other two girls seem to go over here in the corner, and I can see them all night long, but she's been staying out of camera view. All night, the camera would go off, and I look at it, and it was my two brown goats. Maria wasn't even in the shot, so I couldn't find her. I didn't know what the other two were setting it off. Kitty, I've decided to bring the little kitty cat. She's a barn cat, but I brought her in the house. I think she was pretty much meant for a house, be a house cat. She's a sweet thing. She will just laps up on she curls up on your lap and just starts purring and just wants attention, you know. But she'll eventually make her way back out here. I don't know, everybody. Put in the comments, you know, drop it in the comments. Tell me what you think. You know, what are your thoughts on this? You know, I mean, what are your experiences if you have Nubian goats? What are your experiences with it? You know, the gestational period. You know, but I don't know. I mean, I keep waiting and waiting and waiting, and then I don't see her on the camera, and I think, oh my gosh, I'm going to wake up in the morning and there's going to be babies in the barn, and you know they're going to be waiting for me. Surprise! You know, here we are. But see that little thing? She has to follow Maria around everywhere she goes. If she leaves one side, she follows her. Yes, that's your mama. But I don't know. But look at my pin. Pallets, everybody. Y'all, pallets. And it's worked out beautifully. I love it. Now, I do have to come back and I got to put some pieces across here, put the slats across here and fill in the gaps. You know, I'm in no real big hurry for it. But as you saw before in my other videos, my mare sits back on this side. The goats sit on here. I had all 5 goats on this side. My horse over there. And there was no issues, no problems. It's sound. It's solid. I mean, this post here is solid in the ground. I concreted this thing in the ground. I filled it all in with rock. I got all this road rock in here that was laid all over the shop. When I first came here, it was just nothing but rock all over the ground. And I know I got a huge mess. And it's a barn, y'all. You know, it's a shop/barn. But it had this rock all over the place. And I hated it. I wanted to go down to dirt. But as I was digging it out, it just kept coming more and more rock. I think there was about 6 inches of this rock. And to be honest, I just got sick and tired of shoveling rock, thrown in a bucket, put it on the driveway. At some point in time, maybe I might do that. I've actually thought about, my neighbor down the road is a concrete contractor. I thought about coming over here and having him continue with the cement and bringing the cement all the way across. Leave me a small section here of just rock in front of my workbench just for oil drippage or, fuel or something. But, and just bring the concrete out and just flow it all the way through here, and eventually, if I'm going to keep this the way this is, which, I mean, to be honest, these pallets are actually working very well. I just got to reinforce them a little bit better. Maybe throwing some rubber mats in here if I'm going to keep the horses in here. I've looked into getting the rubber mats that interlink with each other and lay the rubber mats down. Makes it easy to clean up. This is terrible. Had a really bad idea of throwing, I put about 4 inches of fine sand in here. I mean, it sounded great at the time because I wanted something soft for the mare to stand in. But cleanup is a nightmare with all that sand because it just sticks to the sand. It's like a ginormous horse litter box. Oh, bless you. Bless you. My goodness. Oh, bless you. Got more? Gonna sneeze? Yeah, it's like a giant horse. It's an equine litter box. And it makes it so difficult to muck it out. So once I decide on a permanent situation here, which I am going to keep these pallets up because, I mean, at first it was a temporary thing. But, I mean, they are solid and it's great. I mean, will it hold a steer? Probably not. I don't know. I have never dealt with cows, so we'll have to figure out if the cows... Queenie, get out of there. Get out of there. Trying to eat that twine in there holding the door open. You're trying to figure out how you can get that gate shut, aren't you, Missy? But, I mean, you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. Sorry, people. But that's nature. This is a farm, you know. If that offends you, then you're watching the wrong channel. Because this is my farm. This is my homestead. And this is the things that we deal with. We deal with animals. We deal with, you know, horses and goats and chickens and whatnot. I mean, there's going to be some processing going on here. Yeah, me and the wife sat down the other night, or actually yesterday. The wife sat down yesterday and we discussed all the different things that we're going to do, the implements we're going to do here on the homestead. This year is going to be pretty active. I'm going to be building a pig enclosure. I'm going to get probably 2 hogs. I'm going to raise 2 hogs. So we'll get little babies in here, piglets, and raise them up for product. I mean, they're going to go to freezer camp, you know, fatten them up, put them in the freezer. We processed a pig we took it to process. We picked it up from process in September. That was nearly, 6 months ago. 6 months ago. And we still got pork in our freezer from that pig. And the pig was only 206 pounds, 203 pounds, something like that. And we still got pork in there. Which is great. I mean, that pig lasted us 6 months for one pig. It cost me about $165 for the pig itself for my neighbor, and that's generally just price of pig that she paid for when it was a baby, my piglet. To yes, hello, sweetheart. Give me those babies. And then the feed that she used for feeding, she did hog grower for the pigs. So I mean, it was. So it cost me $165 from her, and it cost me $240 $250 from the processor for taking care of it and making the different cuts for me. Loin chops, bacon, whatnot. I got hams out of it. I got roasts out of it. I mean, shoulders. I got everything. Tallow. Get everything from it. So, I mean, all in all, I'm invested into that pig something like $300. The price of pork in the store is actually getting kind of ridiculous. It's getting a little bit more expensive. I think right now for pork chops, it's like, what is it, like $8 something per pound? You know, so a package of 6 pork chops from like, I'm just gonna go off of Walmart. From Walmart runs about, I don't know, anywhere from $12 to $15 for a package of 6 pork loins. You know, I mean, you only get 6. I mean, I couldn't even tell you. And I had these things cut at 1 inch thick. The ones you get at the store are not even 1 inch thick. I think they're only like 1/4 inch thick. Maybe, if you're lucky, you can find them at 1/2 inch cuts. If you go to like Costco or Sam's Club, they're a lot more expensive. So, I mean, in the long run, we've saved a lot of money by processing our own pig. And I know it's all natural. There's nothing added to it. There's no hormones. There's no preservatives. There's no additives. There's no color. There's nothing added to it. It is strict 100% farm-raised hog. And it is the best for you. The taste is superb compared to what you get at the store. Absolutely phenomenal flavor. The hell that was. Absolutely phenomenal in flavor. It's all organic. So we are getting the absolute best. And that pig that I took, it didn't have that much fat to it. That pig did not have a lot of fat. So it's all meat. So in my opinion, it was well worth it, you know. And if you have the space, if you have the time, I suggest raising your own hog, because you can come up with a better quality meal for you and your family. It tastes better. It's better for you. And I know they say pork is fatty. It's greasy. It's saturated fats, high in cholesterol, yada 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 yada. This pig, not at all. There was hardly any fat on this pig. In fact, let me show you. This is what I got out of it. The tallow that I got out of this hog. Hold on, Autumn. I'm right back. This is the tallow that I got out of this pig. I mean, it's not a lot. That is all the fat. And get it out of the freezer. That is just the fat from that pig. That's all tallow. And this is just pork fat. Pork fat. So, and it came from Turner Meats. It's local out here. It's a company out here that take care of all this for me. But I mean, that's what I have left from that pig. There's some down there. Here. There's some there. But 200 pounds has lasted us 6 months. And I still got a lot more meat left in here from that pig. There's the hocks. You know, what is that there? That's the picnic roast. Shoulder. That's, like I said, that's all the fat that came off of that pig. There's some more hams. So yeah, I got a lot of pork, a lot of meat off of that pig that we took to process. And we're going to do it again. Getting off topic, sorry. But we plan on doing it again. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put together I'm going to make let me see if I can get this to prop up here so I can talk to y'all. We're going to get together and I'm going to make a pig enclosure on the back side of the pasture over there. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to do, probably welded wire with T-posts and I'll probably get some corrugated roofing, aluminum roofing material that I'll put around the whole circumference base of it, because pigs like to nose their way underneath fencing. So if I put that down in the ground, kind of like what I did with my chicken run, I did the same thing with the chicken run. I put this metal, I cut them down, I put them down in the ground 6 inches to prevent predators from digging underneath it and getting into my chicken run and killing my chickens. I know my chickens are 100% safe. I don't have to worry about it, nothing in the world. There's no raccoons, no skunks, there's no fox, there's no coyotes, there's nothing that's getting inside that chicken run. Unless they can bite through that wire, they ain't getting in. So I'll probably do that for the pig pen. And so we're thinking about processing, getting 2 baby pigs and raising them up and taking them in the process. Now with Maria, if Maria delivers a little buckling, which is a boy, I am not keeping a boy. I don't need another boy. The boy will be withered, which means getting cut. It'll no longer be a boy. It'll be an it. It's going to be withered and fattened up, and I will take that baby, the boy, to processing. Look at her bag. Look at it. She is bagging up. I mean, she's got a nice bag. It's only been about a month since she's had that bag, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger every day. So the boys, I'm not going to keep. I'm not going to raise them here. They're going to be castrated, fattened up. I'm going to take them the process. That way I can have some goat meat inside the freezer along with the pigs. If she does deliver boy, I'm going to be very disappointed, yes. But we talked about getting a couple lambs, and we're going to fatten up the lambs. We're going to take them the processing with the baby bucklings. If she delivers does, then I will raise the does here, and I will increase my herd size by using those does. She's next to be bred. She is going to be bred probably. I'll probably breed her. I don't know. I might wait again until October to breed her. That way I have an idea of her. So that way I can use that as my guideline. I might wait on her. Still a little bit too young, in my opinion, for her. She's approximately about 3 years old. I think she's only about maybe at the epsilon. I think she's maybe 6 months old. Autumn over there is like 9 months old. But I wasn't planning on breeding Autumn, but I think No got to her. Anyways, if Maria gives me bucklings, those bucklings are going to process. And we're going to raise a couple lambs to go with it so we can have lamb and goat meat in the freezer. Sweetheart, I will see you later, Miss Drama Queen. Okay? I'm going to go outside. The hog pen. Yes, baby girl. The hog pen, I'm going to put back here. So anyways, before I get to the hog pen, that dog kennel, which originally started out as a dog kennel back there with the blue tarps on it, I used that as an enclosure for when they were out, everybody was out in the pasture during a rain season to keep them out of the wind and rain. But I'm gonna turn that dog kennel, which originally started as a dog kennel that turned out to be a livestock enclosure, into a chicken tractor. That chicken tractor is going to sit right here. And we're going to be raising Cornish cross meat hens. And the meat hens will be processed right here. So we're going to have a whole station set up over here. I'm thinking about ordering about 25 Cornish cross meat hens, and they will be processed here. Meat hens, or I say meat chickens. Meat chickens, from the day you bring them home, 7 weeks later, you process. And we're going to do all the processing here on the property. I will process everything here. I'm going to start off with 25 chickens, and we're going to process. So let's go back up here to the corner of this pasture. But this is where I want to put the pig enclosure. It's going to be up here. You know, and to be honest, this ground is so hard with rock. I mean, God, the rock here in this property is ridiculous. So my corner post, I'm going to come out here about, I don't know, probably 8 feet, maybe 10 feet. Do a 10 by 10 here. So it'll come off of the post, come across 10, come across 10, come across 10 this way. And I'll put the corrugated metal panels across all the way around here. And this is where the pigs are going to stay. It's close enough to my water source. My water source is down there. I could drag a hose up here with a trough for the pigs. It's far enough away from the house so we're not going to smell it. But I could still feed, compost, water, raise the pigs here in this section here. They can muck all this up, I don't care. Again, this ground is so hard with rock. I mean, it is ridiculous. I don't think they're gonna be able to nudge their noses underneath it. They can try, but if we come straight across this, I'm gonna use that as my center, because I mean, I think that's 3 feet down in the ground, down in this granite bedrock, probably cemented in. That's 3 foot down. That's gonna be my center. These T-posts are very secure and firm. So we've got 4, 8, 10. It'll go to about here. So I mean, that's plenty. Gosh, that's plenty of space for a pig enclosure. 10 foot by 10 foot. You know, get a little igloo in here so they can sleep in the igloo, or a dog house or something like that. They can get out of the weather. They can just sit out here and snort and eat and drink and whatever. But anyways, we're gonna have pigs we're gonna be raising. I'm gonna turn that into a chicken tractor. I'm gonna be raising my Cornish cross hens with that. And that's gonna go over here next to the shop, because I'm gonna have the station right on the side of the barn right there, so we can process our chickens. We're gonna get a couple deep freezers. I'll probably get one chest, one stand up. So then we're gonna have possibly goats that's gonna be going to process, lamb that's gonna go to process, pig that's gonna go to process, plus all the chickens that I'm gonna be processing here on the farm. They're gonna go in there. And then when deer season starts back up again, I'll probably go ahead and go get my 4 tags again. I was unsuccessful for filling all 4 of my tags this last year. I only filled 1 of my 4. I will only get 4. Max I can get is 6. I'm gonna get 4. I'll do 1 hunt, maybe 1 or 2, depending on how many deer I have here on the property at that point. Here, and what I don't get here on the property, then I've got some friends that lease land that they go hunt on. I'm gonna get with them and see about getting involved with their hunt and maybe get, you know, my deer on a different location. But yeah, so then we'll put some lamb, some pig, goat, chickens, venison. I mean, am I missing a protein? Oh, cow, that's right. So originally I wanted to clear out my forest back there, and I'm still gonna clear out the forest. But I'm gonna build a pasture back that way for cattle. Now that's from the edge of that shop back, and it goes all the way up to where you can see kind of the evergreen juniper trees up there. Cedar tree, that's a cedar tree actually. Beyond it, up, that's where my property line ends, is back up in the forest area over that way. That's 6.5 acres. So I want to turn it into at least 4, if not more, 4 to 5 acre pasture over there. But then me and the wife were talking over where my burn pile is, and I know I've talked about this in a video. I'm gonna build probably a 4-board wooden fence from the road all the way up the edge of the property, and then we're gonna seclude off a section over there by the burn pile. That'll be another pasture. That grass over there grows wild. It grows crazy. Hello, sir. Hello, sir. You want to get some camera time? Hi, my boy. Hi, my boy. Get close up. You might close up, Mr. DeVille. Hello, boy. Yeah, I love your beard. Look at your beard. You got a cute beard. Hi, no. Yes, you're my big boy. You're my baby boy. You're such a sweetheart. Yes, you are. You're such a sweetheart. Oh, my God, I love you. You're so pretty. You're so pretty. But that'll be a pasture over there, too, which I'm thinking about putting the cattle over there. I'm really leaning towards Dexter cows. Dexter is a very good meat beef cow. It's not the greatest. It's not a beef master. It's not an Angus. I won't do Angus. As if anybody's ever watched Dr. Pol, you never turn your back on an Angus. You know, they're a little temperamental. They can be a little destructive. They're expensive. Hello, beautiful one. There you go, Victor. You don't have much of a beard. You got a little beard. Yes, you do. You got a little beard. Hi, baby. This is my baby. I'm his daddy. He follows. If I let him out, he'll follow me everywhere. Yes. Hello, baby boy. So yeah, then we're going to have cows, and I'll take the cows to processing. And then, as I mentioned earlier in this video, I've got my garden. Don't mind the mess. I gotta come out here and clean the stock tank out too. I can always put the cows in here too. Absolutely. This is my garden. So I put the 3 girls in here yesterday. I used that as a feeder. But this had quite a bit. This had quite a bit of tall grass in here. And they ate it down pretty good. They were out here for, I don't know. They were out here for 4 hours. So just in a 4-hour time, I mean, they did a little bit of damage in here. They were eating the oak leaves, and you know, they pulled up all my old tomato stalks out of the ground. You know, they did something pretty good out here, so I'll do it again. You know, it's got some really good clover. Got a lot of clover in here. But I want them, if I can utilize the goats to do this for me, and have the goats come through here and mow all this out, that's one thing I don't have to do. Because what I'm planning on doing is probably taking this fence line down, bringing the tractor in here, and then just grading the ground out and pulling all the soil out of here completely, and laying new topsoil down and start fresh right from the beginning. My blueberries didn't do nothing. They all died. I think the deer ate to them. My raspberries didn't do nothing. That was the goats. They got to it. My elderberries I had over there against the fence. They didn't do anything. Again, I think the deer probably got to them. But yeah, I mean, that's the game plan. Look at that clown. He does that. He sits right in the middle of the hay and eats. So lazy. He just sits there right in the middle of the hay and just lays down and eats. What a clown. So anyways, y'all, I think I'm gonna wrap up this video. Again, I appreciate everybody who watches my videos. I really do. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me on my little daily adventures here on the homestead. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I would really appreciate it. Again, I'm trying to grow my channel up. I got to get to a certain point before I can start doing live, and I'd love to go live. So anyways, yeah, guys, I really appreciate every single one of you. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I got some errands to run with the wife, and then we'll see you again in a day or two and give you another update on what's going on with my doe and the pregnancy. Again, I'm Todd. This is Todd Hollow Homestead. Be safe out there, everybody. It's a crazy, crazy, mad world. Be safe out there. Make good choices. And as always, y'all, happy hunting. Happy hunting. It is fun. Happy hunting, y'all. Take care. Till next time, take it easy. Bye now.